Racing Corboran Meza midfield away. Thunderation gets out nicely there with Swirling Eddie, and Totes pushes through the inside. Corboran Meza trying to get through now. Caldrago going forward. In fact, it's Steffi Starr going forward. Caldrago's got back. While back in the piece, Scooters Rose, Swirling Eddie. They've both been shuffled around the corner. Thunderation found the lead. Corboran Meza comes the inside. Totes is holding down third. 5-4-1 in the first. Next to go by was Scooters Rose. Fairly rough race. Followed through there by Steffi Starr. Back with that was Swirling Eddie, who again was first into stride, and Caldrago and Wine O'Clock have finished at the back. And racing Candy Crusher, a moderate beginning here. Drifting along his best out, and Walnuts going forward as well. Followed through there by Orangey Yellow and Cheese Mustard. Candy Crusher with the work to do. Rufus RG next to last, and Belfast Barry last. And drifting along's in front by a couple of links here on Orangey Yellow. The outside there to Walnut. About 4 away, Candy Crusher starting to close. Further back in the race then we've got Belfast Barry, Cheese Mustard and Rufus RG. It's drifting along. Now on the inside, right around the outside. We've got Orangey Yellow the inside, and right down the outside Candy Crusher coming with it. Walnut still. Candy Crusher scores from Walnut. Orangey Yellow followed across by Belfast Barry. Cheese Mustard drifting along got tired, and Rufus RG was last. Well, and a racing, Nigel jumps midfield, and Gully Crusher jumps to the lead here from Kay Martin, and also wider out there. Come on, Mickey going forward early. Allegro Dasher gets through the inside. Nigel with too much to do getting past that. There would have been any way who didn't jump that well today. Elusive Babe and Consummate Ease are well back. In front is Gully Crusher. Coming after it is Kay Martin. One beats the three. Third could be Come On Mickey or Allegro Dasher. Not much between that pair. Nigel was fifth to go by. Further back in the race then to Anyway. Elusive Babe was well back when they crossed with Consummate Ease. And I think it's noses to the grill. We're set. And racing Double Entendre out nicely the inside there with Buster Boy. Good speed here from Alamein Jar. Might head them off into the first bend. Business Review back in the pack. Getting past that was Homebush Bounce and Corboran Gable to the back as they go into the back. Alamein Jar in front. Could be tough to toss. Double Entendre a length and a half away. 3 links back to Buster Boy. 2 links to Business Review. And the last pair here, Corboran Gable and Homebush Bounce. Alamein Jar a length and a half on Double Entendre. They come away about 4 or 5 here on Buster Boy, Business Review, Corboran Gable. Alamein Jar. Double Entendre comes the inside. Favourite scores. Nice win. 9 beats the 4. 6 Corboran Gable up for third. A nice run too with Business Review, a tiring Buster Boy, and last in Homebush Bounce. Set. And racing Pacific Vibe hopped out nicely the inside. Belfast Smarty goes with it early. Oddfellow pushing around the outside. Manu Rama trying to mix it up between runners. Dream Zone gets right around the outside. Getting pushed back. Apollo Baxter and another charm back to last. Up to the corner. Manu Rama is trying to chase down Pacific Vibe. Pacific Vibe holding Manu Rama. Belfast Smarty a close up third. And Dream Zone was next to go by. Then we had Apollo Baxter, followed back by Oddfellow, got shoved out of it. And another charm at the back. racing. Ready-Made Size springs nicely here, and Hawkesbury Fever was last away. Pacific Sunrise kicking up the inside, and Lady Zena might burn them off. Does. Lady Zena to lead. Ready-Made Size the outside. Pacific Sunrise in behind them, and Hawkesbury Fever cuts to the rail and goes past it. Followed through there by Candid Angel. Viva La Vixen, last pair here to the bank, and also Magic Whitelock, the brothers at the back. Ready-Made Size found the lead by a couple on Lady Zena. Hawkesbury Fever next around further back then to Pacific Sunrise to the bank, and Candid Angel. Ready-Made Size kicks away to score nicely here on probably Lady Zena the outside, and knows Hawkesbury Fever, not much in it. Pacific Sunrise was fourth. Further back then we had to the bank and Magic Whitelock. They were together, they raced together throughout. The brothers, Candid Angel and Viva La Vixen, the last pair in. Racing Magic Gina astride slow and coming out quickly here. Homebush Flight and another Mr. Shear up the pace. Downgrade King's getting handy enough as well. That'd be followed through on the inside by Brilliant Ashley. Could be dangerous as she tries to pick her way through. Getting back in the field here to a box of Fluffies. Well back Magic Gina in second time. Down they come, and Homebush Flight will sneak through from Brilliant Ashley. Downgrade King, and close up two was another miss and a blanket finish. Second time out wider. Further back Fair Cruise and Box of Fluffies not in the race, and tailed off Magic Gina.
Turn around.
Racing out Gypsy step cleanly the inside, out nicely to Auntie Trace going forward, and with it swiftly Chloe as well up on the pace, and Corborn Cooks between runners round that first bend. They'd be followed back there by Crikey trying to work into the race. Back behind them to Heart You, and the last pair here are Opawa Spice and Corborn Gracie. Out Gypsy by 4 on Corborn Cooks and Auntie Trace. About 3 back then to swiftly Chloe. Back in the race Heart You and Crikey. The other pair are tailed off. Our Gypsy turns first from Corborn Cooks. Auntie Trace 1, 4, 5, 6 finish coming up here with into fourth swiftly Chloe. Behind them then we had Heart You and Crikey, and the other pair at the back, Opawa Spice and Corborn Gracie, didn't yelp. And what does the board say? That's slick. 29.80. Ready. And racing Allegro class out in a fairly even line. Wild Effectives out fast with Far Too Trendy. Allegro Chaser followed through there by Cheap Shot Maddie L's Girl, and Allegro class is last. Wild Effective gets to the lead. Cheap Shot Maddie around the outside. Then Allegro class, Far Too Trendy, L's Girl, Allegro class at the back. Wild Effective, Too Effective today wins well from Allegro Chaser, Cheap Shot Maddie. Far Too Trendy was fourth. Then we had L's Girl and Allegro class at the back. And racing Scusi was astride slow, and Big Wonder beat it out. Scusi tries to push into the clear. There was Sherlock Izmir the inside. Allmendinger up and around the outside, round that first bend. Getting a run through Opawa Shea to get nice and handy, goes up to third. Back in the race we've got Making Time and Absinthe Minded at the back. Scusi's got to the lead on Big Wonder. Pushing forward the outside, then Opawa Shea. Followed around by Sherlock Izmir. Allmendinger right around the outside. The last pair are Making Time and Absinthe Minded. Scusi comfortably clear on the corner. Anything to run second and third. Allmendinger gets the second here over Absinthe Minded. 2, 8 and 7, that's the way they cross. Sherlock Izmir was fourth. Big Wonder showed plenty, just died on its run, will improve. Further back Opawa Shea Making Time. Racing Exponential Lily steps okay there with Homebush Chaos, and One Broke Girl gets into the party early too with Tongariro and Chambo. Followed back in the pack here by Grand Allegro, Nero and Joey Baxter. One Broke Girl's found the lead. Exponential Lily moves up the outside, and behind them Tongariro and Chambo. It is One Broke Girl. Exponential Lily has a lunge and misses. One Broke Girl. Exponential Lily followed across there. Tongariro. Nero might have got up for fourth at the expense of Chambo. Further back in the race then to Grand Allegro. Back with that was Joey Baxter, and Homebush Chaos ended up back the pack.
Turn around.
Ready. Racing High Percentage steps okay. Vito Baxter goes out hard there. Homebush Ramona out wide joins them as well. We've got Sweet As Bro and Freedom Flower right in amongst it as well. Now one went down, and that was High Percentage's crash to the track. Now in front, Sweet As Bro. Round the outside, Funky Freddy's come with it. In behind them, no time yet. The rest are scattered. Sweet As Bro, it is 7. A sweet 7 too for Lisa Ahern from Funky Freddy. Then we had No Time Yet, Vito Baxter. Further back then to Freedom Flower, Homebush Ramona off the good beginning, really good. And the ups and downs of greyhound racing, the Aherns have won 7, but their hot favourite has hit the deck hard, but he is on his feet.